Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mystic Board Game Geek, and on YouTube bringing you our next episode of the Lord of the Rings Journeys through Middle-earth, where we are in the middle of playing a game with Bilbo and Gimli as they're traversing, trying to find some thieves, or originally tried to find some thieves that stole something really important, and we're trying to hunt them down, some artifacts, and we're having a decent amount of luck, though. We have a really bad card for Bilbo, and I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of it. Someone asked me a couple questions like, could the cloak help prevent it? I guess now that I have some what you call inspiration, it could. And someone also asked me a question about Gimli's armor, if it could protect him from attacks, and it can too, except it wasn't an attack. It says to decrease your. It says if you would test certain things, you could negate. To negate, you may use strength instead, but it wasn't an attack, so I don't. We weren't able to negate it. At least that's my understanding of it. But anyway, we're going to get back to our game right now. I'm going to load the game up. We were heading into our, it'd be this one right here, Bones of Arnor, Chapter 1. We're going to resume. The app works exceptionally well, by the way. And in resuming, we are going, I'll push this up because it takes, there we go. The glare goes away when I push this up just a little bit from one of the cameras. So you can see we're about to go into our action phase, where we're going to take our turns for our characters, and here's the way the map is laid out currently. Let's go to the board and see what we're going to do. One other thing that is also true is that this guy has a banner there to make the distinction between the two different baddies. So I forgot to put that down there, but it is there. That banner just marks that he is a separate group from the other set of baddies on the board. And like I said, we are about to take our next set of actions. Those guys appeared in the last turn. So we already reset our decks. We're ready to rock and roll. We got a whole bunch of things we could do. I hope that we get to get them done. So first up, I think we're going to go with Gimli. And I don't think I'm going to bother... with the guy up north. I'm going to let him chase us. This guy up here. This thug, brigand. But I do think we're going to get to attack this guy over here. I also want to tackle that and get rid of it. And I don't remember, I want to look at it. I just want to read what it says about it real quick. It says a dense fog blankets the area within the borders. Nothing stirs. So we're not, I don't know if I want Bilbo to do that again, because last time he did that, it went poorly for him. And we had got that Dark Whispers card, which is increasing his fear. But for now, we're just going to take a move action. I have the board set right here. We're going to take a move action. We're going to go 1, and then you remember in a move action you can go 2. So we're going to go right to there, and we're going to attack this fine fellow here and get rid of him. So let's do that, and we're going to attack. So let's make that happen. Okay, I think let's see. Is this? I hope I got the right guy. I'm a little concerned that I got the banner on the wrong guy, but I can't tell for sure. It doesn't say which spot they're in. Anyway, I think it's this guy. He came. I think I placed him second. I don't remember, but we're going to attack him. If we can't, we'll just figure it out. Okay. Next thing you know, we're going to go and do our attack on him with our cards. Let's go check it out. Remember, we have to make a might roll attack with the axe that Gimli has, which is right here, this battle axe. You can see it says we're going to make a test with might, and if we can get 1 hit or 2 hits, or a combination of both. Someone also noted, you know, if I got 3 hits, I can apply 6, 7, 8 hits total. But let's first, now our might is 4, so we're going to draw 4 cards always. There's 1 success right there. There's a inspiration if we want to use it. There is nothing, the Poet's Heart, and there is nothing. So let's see, can we use any of our stuff? Let's see, Relentless Attack, we could do this. At the start of your turn, you may discard this skill to attack and add 2 hits. You know, I should have done that instead. In fact, now I'm reading it, I think I will. I think we'll discard this because that's, you know what, that won't take up our action. It says at the start of your turn, you may discard the skill to attack and add up to 2. This is at the start of my turn. That's not really the start of my turn, so I guess I kind of already have to be there. However, that only gives us 1 success unless I spend his 1 inspiration. I think we'll do that because I want to make sure that we give him 6 hits. So that'll kill him. So we're going to do that. We're going to burn Gimli's inspiration to make this 2 successes. And how we did that was these first 2 cards here. Did that a lot for him. And I'm looking to see, am I getting rid of the rest cards? Yeah, see, these rest cards are what allow us to heal things, and I'm not drawing them for the purpose of doing that. So we haven't been able to, I really want to get rid of that fear card for Bilbo. However, we're not worrying about Bilbo at the moment. We're going to go kill off this brigand. But we know we did 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I think you should always put the exact amount you did in, even if it was more overkill, because it might give you a bonus. But let's apply that. Boom. We're going to kill him. It says remove one ruffian. You're a nearby ally gain a hero gain 1 inspiration. So we're going to do that. We remove 1 ruffian. Means he is gone, and that's going to give Gimli his inspiration back. And that was both of his actions. So that is going to be the end of his turn. Is there anything else he can do? You know, at the start of your turn, when you try to negate, when you test, and he's got you cannot pass, you can use guard. Nope, nothing else that he can do this turn. We're going to move on then to Bilbo. Now, Bilbo's already in a space with a token, so I think we're going to investigate that token. And if you look at it, that is this one right here. So we're going to do that. It says, high in a tree you see a shoddy platform crafted from old lumber. The vantage point might make it easier for you to spot signs of the thieves. Okay, we're going to take our action to climb. That's what the arrow means. We're taking the action. What's it say? You leap for the first branch to begin your ascent. We're going to test agility. That is not bad. That's a 3 for Bilbo, and we got some inspiration, so let's see what he can get here. We don't have any specific bonuses to agility, but we do have a lot of inspiration. Let's see what he turns over. His first one is not a success, and the second one is a success. So we can get up to, we got 3, right? He's got a spirit of, or agility rather, of 3. So we're going to turn over 1 more. Hopefully we get a no, nothing. Okay, well, we can get up to 2 successes, and I think we're going to spend an inspiration to make sure we do that. I don't want him to fall, and then that will give us 2 successes. As you can see, we got a success here and an inspiration here that we can use. So we're going to do that. And that just gives him 2 successes, so I hope that's enough. Let's see what happens here. You find yourself in a tangle. The very branches you hope to use instead impede your advancement. You retreat slightly, looking for a better path. Okay, we didn't gain what we needed, but we did get that inspiration back, and we get to take our second action. So I'm going to gain back another inspiration. That puts him back to, what, 3? And I'm looking at this. I think we're going to do that again. It doesn't say to, does it say to remove that? It does not say to remove that token. But man, Bilbo is not good at solving these things. I also want to get rid of this token here, because it's going to increase the threat up quite a bit. We have an enemy on the board, so we're going to definitely get really close to that next threat level encounter. But I do think we need to do this. It said we might be able to spot the thieves, and I think that's important. So we're going to give it a try again. I'm going to go back to the app, and we're going to give it a try again. Let's see, climb. Let's go back and make that test. Oh, you know, I should always do this before you interact. Look at the top card of your deck. If the card is a inspiration, gain 1 inspiration, you can equip only 1 hand item. I'm going to do that just to see. It doesn't, and it was. So we're going to gain 1 more inspiration. Bilbo, I need to remember that. That is really valuable, because now look what's going to happen. I'm going to draw 3 cards for our agility again. There is no successes, but there's 2 inspirations on there we could burn. Nothing on that, and so man, we're going to have to spend through. We're going to do it. We're going to spend 1, 2, and 3, leaving us with 1, in order to try and get 3 successes. That might be enough to do it. We'll find out. I'm not having good luck with this right now. Almost as bad as my dice rolling, but at least we get to mitigate it. 2 and 3. Okay. Pulling yourself onto the rickety structure, you gain an exceptional view of the area. Gain 1 inspiration, then discard the search token. Let's do that first. So I'm going to gain him back another inspiration, and we're going to discard the search token that is in his space. Then it says you cast your gaze deeper into the wilds. Perhaps the remaining thieves and their allies from Mount Graham are hiding in those hills. Uh-oh, we're going to add a 101A to that area of the board. So let's do that. Okay, here we go with 101. How does that go? Let me see. It looks like it goes like this. Yeah. There's 101A, it goes right there, and then I'm going to hit the button and see what it tells me to do without. I'm not going to move. Oh, we also got to get another one out, 308B. The map gets ever larger, and it looks like 308B is, where's the, shows it like this in some capacity. Let's see, it looks like this right here. Yeah, okay. There it is. 308B goes in there like that, and let's see what comes out of that. We are going, wow, and 203A, this map just got massive on us. Okay, hold on. Okay, and 203A is going to go just like that. Wow, that is a big map. And I don't think I need to show you every time we do this, but we're going to put then search tokens like crazy right here, and right here. And we're nowhere near exploring this. It's insane. Okay, and it says, you compare the information you have discovered with what you already know of the region. Seeing no obvious signs of a lair, you begin to surmise where the lair may be and continue your hunt. Lore increases by 1, tracks needed 2. So we gained 1 of our tracks. That's awesome. You can see that it changes there. And we gained some lore as well, which will play into things later. That was both our actions, but I am going to play a card. It's called The Road Goes Ever On, and it says, during your turn, you may discard this skill for you and each nearby hero to move 1 space. Well, that's good. So we're going to discard that because I have... that'll put 3 cards. I'll be able to get 1 more card. But let's take a look at the board. I'm right here. I'm going to move Bilbo right here. And we're going to move Gimli right to there. So next turn he can take care of that threat token because it's really going to plague us if we don't do something with it. However, that does end our turn. The bad part is this right here, Dark Whispers. It says, keep this card face up. At the end of your turn, suffer 1 fear. So I think what we're going to do is we have the ability to negate that, right, with our cloak. It says, before you suffer fear, you may spend 1 inspiration. We're going to do that. We're going to spend 1 inspiration so we do not suffer that, because I'm going to interact with things next turn, and that's going to allow us to get some inspiration back, hopefully. So that actually is the end of their turns. Let's move on and take our next shadow turn. This is going to be a rough one, I think, because we got enemies on the board, we got threat tokens, and lots of areas that are unexplored. Okay, we're going to end our turn right there. It says end the action phase. Yes. Shadow phase. This is going to be bad for us, peoples. Move to attack Bilbo or closest hero. Okay, there are no targets, so we're going to hit for this enemy, and I'll show you why. It says move to to attack Bilbo or closest hero. 1, 2. He can only get as far as there. He cannot attack anybody. So being that there is no target, we're going to hit that. And it says a ruffian is set on hemming you in. Move 4 spaces toward the closest hero. Okay, we'll do that. Then we're going to see the threat go up by 9, which means we're going to have another event, but let's do the ruffian first. Okay, he's going to move 4, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So he moves into the space with Gimli. Now Gimli's going to be able to use that Restless Axe ability at the start of his turn, and we're going to be able to kill that guy and still take 2 actions. That worked out okay for us. Unfortunately, we're going to have an event. Boom! Look at it, went right up there. An elderly crow perches in the shadows of a dying elm. Watches you with perched in the shadows of a dying elm, watches you with malicious intent. Its incessant cries grow louder and shriller until it erupts into flight and streaks over your head, followed by cries of more dangerous foes. Uh-oh. Let's see. We're going to have a goblin, place 3 goblin scouts as indicated. They're also going to have a banner, as you can see right there. There are the 3 goblin scouts that started way up there in the top part of the map. And then let's see what happens next. Rally phase. Okay, so well, that's not too bad. We're going to scout. That was it. So just these 3 goblins came on the board. And that's it. That's pretty bad, but it's not as bad as I thought it could be. Each hero resets their deck and then scouts too. Alright, well here we are with Bilbo. Let's reset his deck. I really am hoping to get something that gives him a rest action so that he can get rid of this Dark Whispers. It's really plaguing us. But shuffling up his deck a bit. Let's trying to make it really randomized so maybe we can get that rest card. I'm going to do that. I'll cut it 1 more time. And we're going to draw with this one. It is Unyielding Spirit and Ancient Wisdom. So neither of these are what I was hoping to get. Let's see, which do I care which is on the top of his deck or which one's on the bottom. I think we'll take this test. This one, it says you may discard this to add 1. That is a wit test. That's his specialty. Gets quite a bit there. Or we could do spirit. Let's do the spirit one. Unyielding Spirit. He'll take this one. He'll put this one not on the top of the deck, but on the bottom, because I'm hoping the next card would be a success for him. We'll have to see. Let's go on to Gimli. So we got Gimli's deck right here. Let's get it shuffled up and see if we can get him something a little better going on here too. He's going to have a pretty big turn, and I think it's going to be a good one for him. We shall see. But let's see what we got here. So the first one's going to be a Fury. When you attack, you may spend any amount of inspiration and add an equal number of hits. I like that, but it's not that helpful. And Honed Agility. When you test agility, you may discard this to add 1. I think we're going to do the same thing. He's got, again, right, this will put him in, well, wait, he's already got 4 cards. He can't take these cards, so he's going to put both of these on the bottom of his deck. I could replace one, but I don't want to. What he has right now is fine. So he put both those on the bottom, and let's move on and see what he's going to do with this guy here, because I think we're about to hit the action phase. We'll do one more, and then we'll stop this video. Okay, let's continue. It is the action phase. Okay, well, we know Gimli's going to do a whole heck of a lot. And first, right off the bat, he is going to use this Restless Axe tactic. It says, at the start of your turn, you may discard the skill to attack and add 2 hits. Now remember, that doesn't get rid of the skill. Only if he uses the strike portion of it, when you attack, discard to add 2 hits, will that come into play. But he's just going to attack this ruffian. So let's go back to the board, or the app rather. We're going to attack this guy here. So let's go back and draw his cards. Once again, he's using his battle axe. He's going to draw 4 might cards. So there's 1. That's a success. That is a great start. There is, oh, bad news. His weakness comes up. That one's, it costs him an inspiration, but that's not terrible. And then 1 more is another inspiration. So, not great. What we're going to do is we will spend his 1 success and 1 inspiration, and then we'll discard. So we got that taken care of to give him 2, which will give him 6 hits. That will do in the ruffian at least. And we'll do that. Now I could, yeah, that's all we need to do. So we're not going to get rid of the Restless Axe. We're going to keep it. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Boom. Yes, we're going to apply 6 hits. Bam. And we're getting pretty good at killing these things. Remove the ruffian and gain 1 inspiration. Well, that's great. So this ruffian has been kaput. I'm going to take him off the table. And that gives Gimli yet another inspiration to fight with. Then we're going to try and take on this token right here for our next action. So let's go back to the app and do that. This will be actually his first action because we used the ability of his his Restless Axe to attack the first time. And I have a plan after that, but first let's do this. We got to get rid of this token. Okay, it says a dense fog blankets the area and within its borders nothing stirs. Let's search. Okay, the world around you is silenced as the fog thickens. Your every step and breath is magnified in the quiet, and the only other sound comes from a dark figure who looms just out of sight. Ooh, we're going to test. We're going to test our wit 2. Ugh, yuck. This wit is only 2, but we have this card, which is going to give us an automatic success. So hopefully we get a little lucky on the draw here. We get an inspiration, so we can spend that to get that, and we got a success, so we can get a 3, because we're going to discard this card out of his set. It says, when you would make a wit test, you may discard this card to add a success. So we'll do that. Then we're going to add a success from this, which is that symbol right there, and then we will spend his current inspiration to do that, so we can, oh, I only need to test 2, so we don't need to do that. We got 2 successes. That worked out well. Okay, it's not a test where you get to add to it, it's just test 2. I gave him back his inspiration, and we passed. Okay, it says the dark form continues to fade, materialize, appearing on every side of you. At last, anticipating where it will arrive next, you dart forward and strike out. A spectral face filled with surprise and terror disappears within the fading mists. Threat decreases by 2. Discard the threat token. That is fantastic. Okay. Good job, Gimli. And this token is gone. Yes. Now, I still have an action. I have a move. I'm going to take a move action, or we're going to go here. 1, 2. This puts him next to Bilbo, so they can use some side-by-side things, but this also allows him to explore that space. So let's do that. It's going to give him another inspiration as well. And kindly, our threat reduced by 2, but we're going to explore this spot right here. It says, explore, confirm. Yes, we are going to do that. Wind brushes over the grass, making the wood of an old gibbet creak, making the wood of an old gibbet creak ominously. Okay, gibbet is like where they hang people. Discard the exploration token and gain 1 inspiration. So basically, the exploration tokens are on one side exploration, on the other side inspiration. So we will place that with Gimli there, and then we'll continue. Oh, a dense fog blankets the area. You sense danger within, though you see no sign of what it might be. Place a threat token as indicated. We just got rid of a threat token. Okay. And your journey continues. So, here we are. I got to get out another threat token and place it right there. Another fog shrouds our area. We're in trouble with that, I tell you. But we still have to go with Bilbo. Bilbo's turn is up. I'm looking at his cards. I want to see if there's anything we can do that will be immediately helpful. Like when you do something, you can do it automatically. The Tookish part says, before you test, you may discard the skill to test wit instead and gain one inspiration. You can also hide after you test discard to become hidden. We might do that, but depends on what we have to do. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, our first action is we're going to check out that token right there, and then we're probably going to try and go. I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe move and explore some more with him. We'll see. The thing is, I think if you explore every single token on the board, you will lose. because you just don't have the time. It is time. Remember, if we get to 64, we lose. My first game, I might lose, but I think it's important to explore some of these because it beefs us up and gives us stuff, right? So let's see what happens. It says, looking down a muddy ridge, you notice what may be tracks. So see, this is important because this is what we need to advance. On the shore, the way down. However, it's steep, slippery, and bears no clear path. Okay, so we're going to search. We're going to do it. I mean, if it's a movement thing, agility test, see, we should be able to make an agility test. You descend carefully, struggling to maintain your footing. Test agility. What can we do? First thing, before you interact, I should have done that. Look at the top card. So I do want to do that. I keep forgetting it. Okay, it was not what we wanted. So we do not get an inspiration from that. However, we can do a couple of things. We got this tookish part. I think we're going to do that. Before you test, you may discard the skill to test wit instead, which we're going to do because it's one more than our agility, and gain 1 inspiration. So we're going to do that. We're going to gain an inspiration and test wit instead. Our wit is 4. So let's do that. See what we get. We know this first card is not a success. It is the well-nourished, which would be good for us to be able to rest, and we're now passing up another rest card. We get one thing we can spend inspiration on. We have a success, that's 2. We need one more really badly. No, that's our weakness. So the best we can do is a 2, I think. Before you test, you may discard the skill to test. Yeah, that's what we did. We did that. Oh man, you know, I could have done this and just gotten an inspiration. It says, when you test agility, you may discard to add 1. Self-sufficient. When you test, if there's no nearby heroes, you may convert 1 into a success. Okay, we're going to do that, actually. Well, there is a nearby hero. I can't do that either. Okay, so anyway, the best we can do is burn an inspiration to get 2 successes. So let's do that. Bilbo is not doing well at tests, but it is what it is. We got 2. It's probably not means it's not going to be disastrous. Halfway down the steep slope, the mud gives way beneath you. Keeping your footing, you slide down with care and come to a rest beside the tracks. They are heavy and wide, large for a man's. Strange though it may be, it appears a large number of orcs have traveled through this way. Discard the search token. Okay, so I'll do that in a moment, but let's keep reading. With the clues gathered and the enemies you have faced, you begin to fear that this is no lair of exiles and lowlifes. What you are closing in on is a stronghold of the enemy. Fledgling though it may be, your fears unfortunately have proved true. A darker purpose and master is being served here. Lore increases by 1, tracks needed 1. So we have gotten 2 of our tracks, and that is our first action for Bilbo. Our second action is going to be to move. We're going to go to here, then to here, and we're going to explore this space right there, so that he can, so we can get that exploration token up and give him some additional inspiration. And then also, by the way, we are going to hide. I wanted to make sure we did that after you test discard this to become hidden. We're going to do that because I think that may be valuable to him. I need to look that up. Hide. I'm going to find that just a moment. Okay, here's hidden. It says if you are attacked before you test, prevent all wounds and discard this boon. When you attack, you may discard this boon to add 1 hit. Okay, so we are currently hidden. That is a good thing, and we are then going to explore that space right there. So going back to the app, we are exploring not this space here, but this space here. So we're going to tap that token and confirm. It says ruin has come to these structures. Somehow only the Commonwealth survives intact. Discard the exploration token and gain 1 inspiration. That's good. It says your journey continues. Okay. So he has gained this inspiration token, and that is going to be the end of his turn. Now remember, we have to deal with this. So he is going to use his cloak. I mean, this really hurts our inspiration, but he's going to use his cloak to continue to not take it. And I'm pretty sure he can do that. It says, before you suffer wounds or fear, you may spend 1 inspiration to prevent 1 of that wound or fear. And that's what we're doing. That marks the end of our turn. So we're going to go here, and we're going to end the action phase. This isn't going to be pretty because we didn't clear that 1 token off. Move to and attack Gimli or closest. Okay, we know that there's no target, so we're going to hit that again. Now, snarling, a goblin stalks after you, determined to draw blood. Move 4 spaces toward the nearest hero. That's not too bad. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to here. They're all in this space right here, ready to pounce on the hidden Bilbo. But luckily, he is hidden. I'm pretty sure we're going to have Gimli go in there and wipe him out anyway. Okay, now we got to the shadow deepens. The hope yet endures. Threat increases by 7. Ouch. Okay. Boom. Rally phase. Okay, we're going to get to rally, and that's where we're going to end our session for this turn. Each hero resets their deck and scouts 2. Okay, let's do Bilbo's. We're going to reset his deck and scout 2. I really love to get something that we can rest with so we can get rid of that Dark Whispers. By the way, this hidden card does not count toward his card limit of 4. This is a special condition, so I'll put it right here with the dark next to the Dark Whispers card. So it's not looking like I don't think I have 4 cards in play, because I don't. I have 3. 3 cards. What's the term? Not activated, but whatever. I'll look up the term. Okay, anyway, I think that's good. We'll do it a couple more times, and then we will put that down and draw 2 cards. Prepared. That means it's prepared when they're down here. Okay, so the first one is... Oh, well, we know what we're going to do with that. We're going to discard it. Or wait, do we? Yeah, we'll discard it. So, yeah, we'll do that. And then the second one is going to be Simple Desires. Innate. At the start of your turn, you may discard this skill card to scout 2, then gain 1 inspiration for each aid, food, or song card in your play area. Well, we don't have any of those, but we'll prepare that because I can get some inspiration. I can also scout and get some extra cards that might get us the card we're looking for. Let's move on to Gimli. Okay, this is Gimli's deck right here, and here is his cards. Wow, Bilbo's he's just not doing well, and it's not his character. It's just bad luck on some things for that character. I don't know what's going on. The character's fine. Lots of cool abilities. He's hidden. Yeah, all that stuff. I also have to remember his ability. After an attack, you may place 1 card from the test on the top of your deck. I got to remember that because that could give us extra successes, and I haven't been doing that. That's bad. So his first one's going to be Fury. When you attack, you may spend an amount of... Yeah, we know that one. I'm probably going to put that one aside. Oh, well, this one's going there, and this one's going on the bottom. He's not going to prepare that, and he's getting rid of his card right there. That's good. So both those cards are currently out of our deck. That's actually helpful. Okay, now come to the end of this episode as we hit the next action phase. So let's do that. We're going to save and quit. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for subscribing, and I hope you're enjoying our playthrough of the Lord of the Rings Journeys through Middle-earth. You know what's very cool about this is I'm watching some other playthroughs, and mine is very different than theirs. Different things are happening, different things are popping up on the board. I love that. That makes it replayable and fun, because you never know. You got a gist of the story, but you never know exactly what's going to happen. And that is so cool. And by the way, if you're watching this all the way through the end and you haven't realized it, because I think some people haven't, the giveaway for Madara has ended, and I do have a winner for that. It was Dirk, and I'm trying to get that game out to him soon. So, thanks guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.